Good morning and good evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this moment. Welcome to 311th edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, this is the midweek trading, and I will tell you that the market here in the local NGS is slightly in red. We are seeing that the market is quiet, and we are seeing that no profit taking or sell off in some stocks has continued this morning or this afternoon or this hour. But let's still look at we're coming back to look at the market because already we are seeing that the market has kind of been a rangy market for the past 4 to 3 days. Now we are seeing that the market is trying to break down the range down to the southward movement. But I tell you that when you see a range band like this, is that the market is going for what? A trigger, and that trigger in form of either positive news or positive policy statement has take the market up to this level. We know how the policy statement was from the president changed the whole thing. Also, market has moved on that. And now, market waiting for another trigger that will come from of positive news or another policy statement or implementation of a policy statement that we have had so far. That will change the face of the market in the midst of company putting the missed numbers we have seen already before now, but as all eyes are still on what on the banking, first year banking result. On that note, there is no cause for alarm when we come to the market. Look at the chart and also other things that is behind the market activity, whether fundamentally, also looking at the sentiment and technical angle of it. When we come to our local market, but to want to go back to the international market. Yes, today we are starting with our local market. What is happening? Yes, the local market is on the side there, ranging market, sideways movement, call it a side trending. But I'll now come back to what is happening in a mature market. I said the mature market is volatile, to the peak this period. Yesterday, we saw a pullback nearly all the market, when another rating agency also downgraded that some banks, in US about I'll tell you that about almost 10 smaller banks were downgraded yesterday in the US, while about six of the banking giants also were kind of on the watch list. That shake the market. It triggered another round of sell off yesterday in the market. But immediately, in a mature market where there's activities, we saw that the Fed also swim in and intervene in that. That also this morning, we are seeing that there's a bit out in this mature market as to speak. Even starting from what we saw, earlier when in uh, the market in Asia opened earlier before now, we saw that the market there also was also in a mixed market. Yes, despite some stocks, some Asia indices saw some on the red, also saw some that also on the light green. But that was on the negative or weaker data that managed from China, and also when China inflation also came out below expectation, that have also pushed that China into like a deflation, because according to posting another inflation rate that's also expected, coupled with all the negative or missed macroeconomic data we're seeing, that coupled with also the missed disappointing earnings that came as earnings season is running up in that domain, that also pushed market in that environment into what? Into red, like I just said. It's also a slight one, not too sharp this morning, in that domain. But a lot of weak inflation data, that also dampen the investors' confidence. All these have been consigned of market players in that region, because knowing that the biggest economy there, which is China, I see that it's just shaking with the data that are managing the macroeconomic data, and this is a last batch of weak earnings that also weigh on the market in Asia. But with regional stocks also not looking too good. As I tell you, most of the regional stocks there, some of them are also extending what happened in Wall Street. That yesterday, as I told you, what happened, that also saw kind of Moody, flashing this kind of downgrading of the bank. And also for me, it's not surprise. We know like 4 months ago, we saw what happened in that domain where many banks were having issues. A lot of also continuous interest hike. This also exposed many banks to a lot of credit issue that happened that must where the Fed also quickly just intervene again, and those stability come. But I'll tell you this time, like the rating agency has just come to like expose that. That's why you see that kind of movement. Yes, I said earlier that China stocks open lower this morning on a weak inflation reading, and that's also putting pressure on the stock. Because I'll tell you that the consumer price index from that domain, sank, into the, to this 12 months, to July, and this is the first such contraction in nearly 2 years. Producers price index. Inflation also fell for almost 10 straight months. You can compare that depression is what the those region is, especially China, and also this also doubt how far will China come with stimulus package in this kind of environment. This was also dampen even though oil price has weak. When this data come, oil price has also rebounded marginally, also pull back again on this weak data that shows that the largest consuming oil country or large the second largest economy is weak. I mean the purchasing or demand for it is not that much. That has slowed down oil price, and also the surprise also in a inventory build in US. These are all things that most likely kind of a poor oil price now. But I believe that as investors, you need to look at all this in order so that you know exactly what to do, in this environment. But also, it's surprised that if you look at Australia, we saw some strong banks stocks also move up positively in that. Like I said, it was a mistake. In Asia, Australia, we saw this banking stock also moving up because of the result that came from the Commonwealth banks of Australia. The number were beyond expected, and that also impacted that region performance. Because if you look at the company performance, that was stable enough to put the price to gain as at this hour when the market opened today. For me, these are the things that's also driving the market in that region. And I will tell you that coming to what is happening in Europe. Europe stocks also, despite the news of the downgrade of almost let's say 16, 10 of 10 of the small banks, and 6 of the banking giants. These are the factors. Almost 16 banks in the US, but still no market has factored in that already. This morning we are seeing that European stocks also climb up. Bank stock also rebounded after tax worry. These are the things that we should also know well when we are looking at the market. That volatility is very, very important in any market. It tells you opportunity, but at times volatility can push you out of your position, out of fear. For what to be very, very careful when we're. That's why I say always keep your eyes on your chart. That will tell you what is happening. This morning, people are expecting that there will be an extension of what we saw yesterday in this mature market, but we're seeing a breakout apart from Asia market that still missed. But you can see that US and the European market has kind of rebounded from their yesterday pullback as a result of what the Mundi downgrading some banks. But this morning we're seeing a kind of a recovery as they continue to digest this quarterly result that came from so companies being the last rush for them to submit their this attempt to recover the loss of yesterday, which for me is a good one for this zone. At the extension of from what we say also in the US market, we are coming there. The banks also that bounced back on this yesterday also I see that weakness was also shake out sentiment also in the market came. At that at this power now Wednesday morning, we are seeing also sentiment also have changed positive. We are seeing some banking stocks and that industry also bouncing powerfully off from yesterday low as a result of fear of the downgrade that were announced by this rating company. I told you yesterday that we have about 3 of them, 3 rating international that whenever they talk shake market at times. Credibility of their report also people can also doubt it. First this Moody and S&P. They can always rate about you. It give an insight what is happening. We're not surprised when we saw this because of what happened, like I mentioned 3 months ago in that environment. Even in Europe, some banks also were fingered that also having issue in that period. But I tell you, there is a kind of a breakout from the yesterday pullback as corporate earnings continue to flow in. As they flow in, they're going to digest this number. That will also determine how far this recovery that we've seen this morning will continue. As more number is also expected to hit the market this morning or this day in that domain. I believe that also as China's data, China inflation data also came disappointing. These are what investors are grappling with, trying to digest and also move ahead with their decision. I believe that once all this flood, and that's why as an investor you don't invest to go and sleep, because things that will change market sentiment will come anytime. But if you understand it, you will be in a better position to flow with what is happening in that environment. It's very, very key. That's why you don't just invest and go and sleep. You must invest and watch your market, and also you have your trade plan and trade your plan. Once you have it, yes, market might come one from the other, but because you are trading your plan, I will tell you, you will always be in a better position to know where to navigate, because you are not running another man's race. You know the sort of your fund, you know what you want to achieve. As far as your portfolio, you always know how to adjust up and down. That's why I say you will adjust your trading plan, you adjust to what is happening right around you to know where to go. With this rebound now we're seeing in the mature market, I believe that our market that's trending is also waiting for another trigger, which I know that in days to come, with this minister the a sign of portfolio any moment from now, and also them coming out with their plans for the economy, for the sector where they're going to, the ministry when they're going to oversee, that also bring a trigger, unless, and also the way, also the coming ECOWAS meeting on Thursday to address what is happening in the region also will be a plus again, if there's a way they are going, apart from going with force, the diplomatic way of settling issue, going to mediate and all those stuff, if we still see that. But don't forget that our market before now has not depend fully on international inflow. And I believe that with the new exchange rate that we have just, the new unified exchange rate that we have seen, that would have opened more door for them. But I believe what is happening in the region, might slow down. But I believe that our market that have run before now, with the local investor participating, especially the institutional investor, the PFA is playing, and also you can see that PFA assets is also growing, and also as they grow, they play more of capital market, and they understand the market also, because this is where they train and all those stuff. That also help the market. For me, I'm not afraid if this sport is out, but because we understand ourselves, even when there was an election uncertainty, market was still doing well. There's this is insecurity or security issue, but I believe that if our border is secured, I just everything, and the ECOWAS leaders we're able to manage this very well, that will not affect our market much. But I think it has to work, because it might not attract fresh funds from the foreign investor right now. They will be concerned of what is happening. Especially can see how Ukraine and Russia has lingered. Nobody knew that Russia and Ukraine issue will last up to a year, but now it's almost going for 2 years. Now that means you as investor, you must understand the environment you are. You know our market is highly dominated by local players, and I believe that on that, once any start coming, especially the first year result that we're waiting, that will also change the face of the market. Depending, as I said, these are the things that will change the face of the market. That's trigger we're waiting for. This pullback, a lot of us seeing MTN looking down, and we're also seeing very good at lost today also looking up. It's a matter of stock that are flowing in up direction, demand and supply. Like I said, the volume we've seen so far in our local market, I feel that something is happening. People are waiting for a trigger. They are not buying us. Before we're trading about 1 billion share and above 800 million, 900 million share, but now we've been trading below 400 million share in the past 4 days. Tell you that the demand, is not there much. I mean, market is lacking unfavorable information or there or positive information. Once it comes, it might trigger the market again. That is for the local market. Yes, I've not finished what happened in the US. US market is in green. All the today indices that pulled back yesterday, they all bounced back this morning. As most of the stock rebounded from the decline of the previous section, where we are sparked by what the downgrade of several regional banks by Moody. Like I told you earlier, this thing they really shaking off now this morning. We are seeing a bit out from that because of what the fast intervention of like I said earlier, of the regulators there, and also results that are also coming, and activities that investors see that is pointing to a better direction. Even when the fixed income market, particularly 10 years treasury has come on above 4%. Investors are still seeing an opportunity in the market, because they know that once things normalize, opportunity for high upside potential is high in the market, and that is the state of the market right way as to speak. For me, there is no cause for alarm. Like I said earlier, disappointing set of China trade numbers for the month of July. So even the European and US market sell off sharply yesterday, but we have seen a reinforcing concern for that this the economy of China is also not too strong in shape, struggling to find direction, but hoping that even the Q2 shows that this slowdown in Q2 GDP is not simply one-off thing. We have to also look at that one very well in China, but I believe that there's still opportunity for also that environment to rebound, even though they are slip into deflation as to speak. There's still opportunity there. That means you as a trader investor, you have to look at it very well. What do you really want in that environment now? If therefore they're going for dividend, you are going for what? Capital appreciation. It now depends on your what or your personal investment, or just I say change your plan is very, very important. As you have a plan, make sure that you are trading your plan, so that at the end of the day, you be in the right place to know why you are in the world in those stocks. But I believe that what is happening globally is not far fetched what we are seeing today. We are seeing that information can change overnight. We saw how the same S&P has kind of upgraded Nigeria credit rating, which is good. We expect also our banks also have taken advantage of this SS FS gain to kind of boost their capital adequacy, and also putting money reserve with the central bank. And we saw that kind of move with the federal bank. This stated that it was not official, but we noticed that most of the banks are very, very conscious of how to keep themselves solid for any business in case of any adjustment anywhere. For me, it's a good one for our bank. It shows that how competent and how proactive our managers here are. And shows that is why we are seeing that our banks have been resilient in all this happening in the matured market, foreign market, and other. Our banks have been stable, and which the regulator has continued to emphasize and let the public know that our banks are very stable and strong. For me, if you see the numbers, but they are taking advantage of this capital FS gain, which you know that is one of them to boost their capital adequacy, to boost their position, or to kind of solidify the banks, which is even when some have kind of sacrifice their interest of coming to the market to general fund, is for them to boost their activity and go into more business. For me, there's no cause for alarm. And as we are looking forward to see this first year bank locally here, that will also change the mindset of our player that our market is very, very strong and there's no cause for alarm. And I know this will have the way also, impacting the banks. And also for investors in this market, we also have to invest with knowledge. Knowledge is very, very key when you are investing. Don't just guess and invest. Know what you are doing and also know the source of your information. You realize where are you getting your information. It's very, very key. So that at the end of the day, you will be at the winning side of the market. You will not be at the losing side of the market because of what you are doing it with knowledge and also with understanding. You understand your stop loss, you understand your way to take profit, you know your buying rate, and you also know why we are in the market. You know also how to navigate using your technical analysis to manage risk and also manage your portfolio sizing, and also when to go in and out, when to buy and when to exit the market. These are very, very important that you should know that no matter the market cycle we are, whether up, down, or whether you are in the up market or down market, any market situation, most of the time you have what your plan, have to have your trade plan, and also you trade your plan to stay afloat in the market and remain in the winning side. Even when there's a loss, your winning side should be able to let off that loss because nobody has 100% control of the market, but let your winning side be more than what your losing side. And also improve your knowledge to know how to navigate and how to trade with what is happening. Now, it's very, very important that we put to note all this at this time as trader and investor. It's very, very key. Even as we're going to see some late numbers coming, we saw the number that came from custodial what's it called Cornerstone Insurance. We saw how FS gain has boosted that number for half year. I think that these things are one of them. But because of the insurance company, we have seen that the increase in their premium has also reflected on the gross premium we have seen so far. Even when the cost of operation has increased because of generally high cost of doing business in Nigeria, but still we are seeing a better number for that industry. For me, those local stock is where you can also be looking at. Expect that if the number we are seeing able to pay good dividend at the end of the year, that will also further impact that industry. Which are the things that you should be looking at this time as a trader or investor. Don't just stay one place and fold your arms and be complaining. No, flow with the trend of the market and move in that direction so that you become a better investor. No, this is how to stay ahead of the market. Yes, look at what the market is still remain. Well, look at market, what the market is right away. Market is still above 65,000 mark, despite it's trending and we're showing a little kind of market entering a distribution phase right away now. But when it was trending, we're seeing that it was a midst of markup and this distribution. But right now, I think the market have entered into slight distribution phase. When it go beyond breaking down the T line, that will confirm the market is in a decline phase. But right now, we're still the market is still just slightly in a distribution phase, profit taking or sell off we're seeing right away. But if you look at the index at this hour, there has been a 65,213.59. That is the market is now by 96.06, marginally 0.108, almost 0.1. The market is still very dicey at this hour. I'm not surprised, but some marginal loss yesterday of 0.01 in the midst of more buyers and losers. And also we saw the high cap stuff like Geregu and others that put the market down yesterday. But this morning, I think the reverse, I think Geregu up and others, why high caps like MTN on the losing side of the market. That's why you are seeing the market like this. If you look at market breadth have confirmed that the pullback was in the market marginally. Market is on a negative market breadth. However, 24 losers against the 16 gainers right away at this hour. Look at the top losers now. We'll start from there. We're seeing that Multiverse Multiverse is leading with 10%, followed by NASCOM 10% from 41, was the top winner of 36 90 right away profit taking. We can also seen John Hood have been on this trend since last week after it again. People have been pulling out their gain on that stock. And Regency Insurance is not left behind the same trend. And the TIP also that has been on the gaining side for Monday and Tuesday. This hour just to understand that market will flip for what profit taking, which also I tell you is part of the market anytime, any day. That's why you must take your plan. Don't wait on the market take you up and bring you down. Once you hit your target, see that you have to know how to take profit, and that's why you are in the market. For in the market work to make profit, not to watch the market or fall in love with any stock. For us to cash out profit and also smile group as trader or investor. If you look at the gainers table, then I'll tell you that at this hour we're seeing that Guinea Insurance is also leading the gainers table with 10%. Also, we're seeing that Totalizer has come back after being on the loser chart when the market open, has come back also to join the gainers. Totalizer is there. We're seeing the Sovereign Trust Insurance is there also, Tolerant, and also the Cornerstone Insurance. I just mentioned that result came to the market yesterday, that the number was looking good, but was boosted by what FX gain in that result that I saw yesterday. Then also, if you look at the activity chart, what is happening in the Sterling Bank? I know that yes, they are yet to release their half-year results, but we are seeing that volume is in there. This volume at times it's a sell volume, a buy volume. It goes up and down, but something is happening in that bank. As this hour, this volume tells you that something is happening. When you see volume constant in the stock, watch that very stock very well. This morning, we are seeing that the stock is trading about 29.9 million shares traded so far at 3.47 kobo, followed by Universal Insurance at 23 kobo, almost 14.3 million shares or so. Charms remain at 0.96, 7.5 million shares traded, and Guinea Insurance also 6.5 million shares traded at 30 kobo, and UBA right away at 14.40 kobo, 6.77 million shares traded so far. Yes, this is the state of the market. Well, finally, we come to see what is happening on the charts. Live market is very, very important, and it is free to watch as trader or investor. It tells you exactly what is happening in the market. Let's look at the chart right away to know what is the state of the affairs of the market right now. If you look at the chart very well, like I always tell you that whenever you want to trade live, even when you are logging on your trading platform, any platform you are using, and you want to look at the market, look at what it is doing, where is the direction of the chart is a very, very important thing. If the market, if you're not seeing the chart, what is the the state of the market, looking at the index, looking at the subsector index, are they eating up or not? Then you now look at which stocks are pushing it. It's very, very important to know all this. Now we have come to live chart. Now you can see that the chart has been on a side movement, which I said is on a ranging market. After this sharp 1.55% market gain about 5 days ago, you can see that now market is ascending. But today we are seeing a small pullback again on profit taking. Like I said, I was seeing more sellers this morning at this hour, not than buyers. But see, and also high cap stock also been among the sellers. I also put the market marginally down as we speak now, 0.08. For me, you can see that this is the position of the market. Now we want to call up the indicators that also let us to know the strength or the momentum and where it's going. Looking at the index action alone, that the market already are trending with this place remaining also the double top at a strong resistance level, which I drew last time. You can see it here, it still remain. Multi-market breaker here is also the first resistance level. Another one is strong support level. Sorry, another one is one here. You have to keep your eyes on them. Once able to take this one off, that you will say market already on a decline. But as it continue right the way, let's see how far the market will go. So let's call the indicators that want to use this power to look at the market. It's very, very important that we do that. Let's take straight to our word. We're looking at our MACD this hour. MACD, we want to look at MACD. We want to look at money flow. For those that this class, you understand what these indicators we use here. Look at money flow and also our T line. Our T line has to be what? Has to be 8 days. 8 days moving average exponential. You can see it here. Yes, right away you can see for yourself that the market is flat on the T line. Once we confirm a breakdown, that the market has entered on decline. But speaking now, I can see the market in the different phase, resting on the T line right away. But if you come down here and look at your MACD, your MACD, consider your MACD is having even as the market is going down here. I think that this histogram here is kind of accelerating up. You can see that means a little divergent. This for me, this is what we call a bullish divergence because we are seeing the momentum looking up while the price tries to slow down here. It confirmed that any moment from now, market can move up because I told you that market is waiting for what? A trigger, a positive news or what? Favorable news or policy statement that will change this market. But look at money flow. Money flow has gone below 60, point now. As we speak now, we are seeing around 59, which I'm not surprised because we have seen this morning more sellers in the market. We need to also watch other time frame to see exactly what is happening in the market. Time frame is very, very important also. Let's look at 1 hour chart. What is 1 hour chart? Like I said, still flat on top of the T line. I have not confirmed. But also, if you look at the T line market is above it. But also look at your MACD. MACD has not confirmed whether a bearish operation but still flat. I can see it here now. While money flow is still remain above 60 to reach the 69 and looking up marginally. That's why I say you need to confirm all this to give you more insight how the market is going and also you as a trader or investor to see what you can do. That's why we are looking at the intraday, the lower time frame from 1 hour, from a day to 1 hour to 15 minutes and also 5 minutes chart is very, very key. You understand? If you look at the 15 minute chart, 15 minute chart, the market has come below the T line slightly, but we are seeing that money flow is really above 60 to 62, and while MACD is slightly also bearish, but we are seeing at this hour we are seeing a green position here, volume can see was still slightly below the traded volume so far. You can see it here, but I see it's a missed technical that we also want to watch very carefully today to see how to confirm where the market is going. And the other thing, if you look at 5 minutes chart, you can see that it has come above the T line again. This is very important. I said you can see above the T line, and money flow is almost reading 59, above 50, looking up again. And MACD is almost becoming bullish. You can see it here. Looking at it, you can see that blue crossing the red one from down on the 5 minute chart. This is why you need to look at all this so that it give you a full insight what you should be doing at that particular time. And if you come back to look at quickly 1 week chart from this point now, it also give you a better insight to for why 1 week chart is more for medium and long term investor. You can see for 1 week chart now it's still very, very strong. Index action is above the T line. MACD is very, very positive at this hour. You can see. That's why you need to look at these time frames to know exactly what to do. For me, the market is very, very, very that is waiting for what a trigger. But for me, there's no cause for alarm as all eyes on what on the first year, earnings that likely come with the three dividend, and also the government assigning portfolio to what they just calculated the ministerial screening by Senate, those that have been confirmed, and how they will hit the ground running will change the market as we speak. Yes, right away, we'll start with those stocks that are leading the gainers chart this hour. For us to look at them. Yes, Guinea insurance, these are low cap stock, fertilizer. Fertilizer, I will tell you, nothing is moving this stock in terms of fundamental. It might be that people behind it that are buying it, especially when you see stockbroking firms like look taking advantage of this price, they started buying it, whether they are going to reform the company. Yeah, it depends. That's why you as a trader, if you don't have information, you can only invest with momentum. Once you make your profit, you go out because this company is going to go up. This morning it was among the top results that turn again. We are seeing the activities in that stock, but all this while we are not seeing good reasonable volume that have been in this stock. These volumes are very, very small volume that have sustained as well. Just like what we saw the way Sako moved from 5 naira 60 go to almost 28 naira with less than 1 million share trading in a day. Say that there's something happening, and also share initial is relatively low, about 1.35 billion shares, but that's not enough. But we are seeing the movement of trading 400, 200 million, 200,000, 400,000 on a daily basis because it's above 100,000 has continued to change the price to this level. But you have to trade all this kind of stock with caution any day, anytime. Right away, we want to look at the only stock that we can look here now. For me, that makes sense to me is that of Cornerstone that released the number. I told you today we'll be looking at the e-transact also. But let's look at briefly on this cornerstone that don't release number. Then now enter the chart of each transact that I think that we'll be looking at today. That is what we want to look at. But let's look at this one of the stock that is leading this morning, gainers this morning. You can see that in 1 hour chart, and the stock is also on above the T line. You can see sharp movement here in terms of MACD crossing the one, becoming bullish in 1 hour. And also, but we can see that also money flow is looking down marginally on the 1 hour chart. Look at the 15-minute chart of this stock. I want to make it snap so that I can quickly do some two things in each transact before we continue. You can see also on a 15-minute chart, here it's appearing above the T line, but I'll tell you that money flow is looking down on both 15-minute, 5 minutes and 15-minute chart for this stock. If you look at 1 hour chart, I haven't done that. The 1 hour is also looking down. But if we look at a day chart for the stock, on the day chart, you can see that 2 days now, we're seeing yesterday and today, you can see the uptrend. We're seeing keep moving up. Once it break out this level, sorry, and to see a breakout at this level now, at this level, we break out at this level, that's where I say yes, is the next double top will be coming here. Let's see how far. Once we break out this way, that will see another journey. Once it break above the 1 naira 30 kobo, that will now see 1 naira 7 kobo, sorry, that will now perform a new uptrend. But we're seeing a positive turn here in terms of MACD. The MACD is very, very strong. Like I can see, become bullish, like across to become a bullish MACD. And money flow is looking up to reach 66. You can see it is looking up here, and the candlestick price action is above what? Above the T line, which is good. But quickly, like I said, look at what is happening in each transact as promise to bring that today. Each transact, if you look at each transact now, you can see like the price is around the 9 naira 93 kobo. That is what is doing. 9 naira 94 kobo, what is doing right away. With the positive earnings performance, we have not seen a move. But for me, it's that tell you that that number you should double your position for any stock. But if you look at the momentum indicator, which is the MACD, I think that it's trending down. You can see it there before now. We expect that once with this number that we have seen yesterday, we expect that it will trigger. But money flow for me is still very, very strong. We're reading a 77 on a daily time frame for the stock. You can see the movement when it started. That means it has been flat all this while, but see where the trigger started. That was around the May, around the 1st of June. You can see where it started. Almost around 1st of June. You can see since then it has been going up, playing above the T line. Even as we speak now, we only come back and straight above the T line, straight flat on top of it. They have not break that. Even when it's in 9 naira 94 kobo at this point, for this for what a day chart. But let's look at 1 hour chart for this stock. What is it telling us on 1 hour chart? 1 hour chart was seen also. This is a sign that you can see that it's almost coming up. Trying to go up again, and the money flow is reading almost 90.44. And you can see this sign was in here coming down, but about to go up again. Then there's something coming. This 1 hour chart was saying there's still momentum behind this stock that has not really exploded. Once it explodes, you can see that the trend also changed. And I tell you, when the market have any trigger now, these are the stock that we see that will be leading in that direction. If we look at the 15-minute chart also, 15-minute was coming down, but like a U-turn here, the same pattern was seeing the stock trying to remain on that above, remain on the positive market, which is the bullish market on the other, on top of the signal line. Why the other one is below the signal line. For me, let's keep our finger and watching this stock. The technicals is still very, very mixed and strong, but fundamental has confirmed where the company is going. And when that number, such number is sustained, you might see a strong pull out in this stock to go in the north direction, which is also good for the market. On this note, we draw the curtain in this e-transact. But I tell you that other stocks that are beginner start that are leading a very small cap, and when you see this low cap also, it tells you that market is ready for trigger. We have not seen top blue chip company or high price on top of the gainers also much in these few days because of what the volume traded is very small. Market is waiting for where to go from now. On this note, I say thank you and see you tomorrow. Don't forget that the product have been launched for how to trade profitably on your own online. If you get that material, you will still learn other things that work. So I'm happy that people already started paying, which is a good news for us and also for those that understand, what they want to gain from that kind of material. See, a video that's more than 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes, you see how even though you are a novice, you are a professional, you need the video to guide you and also to kind of remind you things you need to do if you are not doing them before now. On this note, I say thank you and enjoy the rest of your trading day. Bye.